so good. Oh my goodness, with some garlic bread. And I don't know, I haven't had that dinner in such a long time. I don't know why I didn't make it for such a long time, but it was absolutely incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. And I actually really, really enjoyed it so much. I wanted to have more. I should have made more. I didn't make enough. The weather has been warming up lately, which means that spring is going to be here soon. And I said this before in some of my other videos, but spring is my favorite season. So I'm very excited to enjoy spring and have some warmer weather. Maybe go to the pool, because there's a pool nearby where I am, and I have not been to the pool in such a long time. I want to say it's been literally years since I've gone to the pool. I don't know why. There's really not a good reason. I love to swim, and I just don't do it enough. I always end up talking myself out of it because I know that the pool can get kind of busy, and I'm shy. So when other people are swimming, I don't really want to swim. But something that I like to do is on a weekend, really early in the morning, going to the pool when it's practically empty. Something that I liked to do as a kid was go to the pool and then like have some pizza, like a slice of pizza, while playing and stuff. I just feel like it's always so much fun to eat in between swimming. And I know people say like don't eat before you like swim, or like, you know, your stomach could feel sick. But I think that's part of the fun for me, was snacking on items and just swimming and having a good time. I loved it when there used to be some people at the pool who would order pizza, and just like for the kids at the pool whenever I was a kid. And I used to get so excited when, you know, they said that we could have some. I'm kind of a craving for pizza, if you can't tell. Maybe I will get some pizza tomorrow, or make some pizza tomorrow. I really, really like Costco's sourdough pizza making kit. It is excellent. I would highly recommend that you guys buy it if you have a Costco. They have the little sourdough homemade pizza making kit, and it's actually pretty good pizza. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's very, very good. I'm gonna switch triggers. I'm sorry. I think I spent a little bit too long on this one. Whoops. We have the like butterfly hairbrush. I showed you guys this one maybe I'll leave this part in. Every single time I hear a plane going by, I always try to imagine where it's going. And then I always picture, like, the most peaceful place in the world for some reason. I don't know. It's late right now. I'm filming this at like 9:30 p.m. So, I mean, it's not crazy late, but I mean, they are probably doing an overnight flight. You know what I mean? If they're up in the air at 9:30 p.m., they probably aren't gonna land for a little while. It's probably one of those overnight flights. And I do not like overnight flights, because I can't sleep sitting up. I don't know about you guys, but I can never fall asleep on airplanes. And I can never fall asleep. I can never fall asleep sitting up. The last plane ride that I went on was when I went to Hawaii. And on the way back, I don't think I told you guys this story, but we actually had a medical emergency on the plane on our way back. And basically at 2 a.m. in the morning, when we were in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, they turned on all the lights on the plane, and then they made an announcement for medical professionals because we had some sort of medical emergency on the plane in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so it was very scary. Thankfully, that individual ended up being okay. We made it to our destination, and then the plane landed, and everybody stayed on the plane while the like paramedics came onto the plane to escort that person off of the plane. And yeah, it was like a very scary experience because, I mean, could you guys imagine how terrifying that would be to be traveling and then like you have a medical emergency on the plane, not just anywhere, but like when the plane is in the middle of the ocean, literally. That's so scary. I'm so glad that person was okay, and I don't think I've shared that story before, so now I have I know I said that I was like trying to keep the brush away from the camera so you guys couldn't see what a mess it is, but I decided to just own it because why not? It's okay. Brush your hair. It sounds okay. I can literally see my hair from here. I'm so sorry if like this visual is not very pleasing because I mean I see my hair, so I'm sure you guys can see my hair like in the brush. Okay, I will grab the next trigger, guys. It has been ages since I used a calculator in one of my ASMR videos. I literally used a calculator in my second or third ASMR video. know, alright. I did not like probability and statistics. That was never my favorite class, but I was good at it. It wasn't my favorite class to sit through. You know, some classes are just not as fun to sit through. I feel like a lot of math classes were like that for me. I remember when I was in college, I had this calculus professor, and every single time I would look at my paper to jot down notes, and I would look back up at the board, he already drew like 5 new things, and I was like, I can't keep up with this. So I would just take out my phone, and then I would snap a picture, because I gave up, to be honest. Like, he would move so fast, and then he would like erase everything, and I'm like too shy even if it's familiar, even if there are good memories associated with it, even if you've been friends for such a long time and you can't imagine yourself not being friends with this person. Distance can be very healthy when somebody is acting like that, and it's important to take care of yourself, and it's important to make sure that you are safe. But I did just kind of want to let you guys know that if you're in a situation like this, it is very important to get some distance, take a step back, tell somebody else in your life what's going on, get that support that you need, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to share my own story in the hopes that maybe it'll help some of you guys. For those of you guys who stayed until this point, thank you so much for listening to my little story. I do hope that it helped some of you who are going through something similar. You don't need that person. You are strong.